Hey everybody, it's Theresa here of Larkin Design, and welcome back to my 2013 Project Life album. A couple of weeks ago, I shared with you the layout for week 10A, and there was an insert in this layout, so I split it into two parts, and today I wanted to share with you the second part. And this was a week where we visited the North Carolina Zoo in Asheboro, North Carolina, and we were pretty regular visitors there when our kids were younger. And so this is one of the weeks that we went, and if I'm remembering correctly, this is the first time I took all four kids to the zoo by myself. And but I took the camera, of course, and I caught some really awesome, really fun photographs and wanted to be sure and include those. And so this layout is definitely an event-based layout of only this zoo trip. There are no other photos from that week that I took. And definitely give yourselves permission, if you need to, give yourselves permission to have a photo-heavy day where you have a big event or even a commonplace event like going to the zoo, and document that, and then let the rest of the week be a week of rest for photography. And I do that quite often. I still do that, and that's still a pretty healthy way to approach photography on a week-to-week basis. And so I'm working with the Studio Calico Golden Hour Documenter Kit. It was so nice I had to use it twice. And I love this kit because it has some really soft, beautiful colors in it. And the colors from that day, the photos of that day, were very soft and muted colors, even though this is still early in the year. So the Golden Hour kit is kind of a fall kit, but it translated really well into a spring kit, into a spring layout as well. So I encourage you, use your kits across the board. Challenge yourself, see how it feels when you use them for a different season than they're intended to, or a different event than they might be intended to use. Try it and see what you think. You'll probably like it a whole lot. And so when I took the photographs on this day, I have to say that our families blended together in 2012. Alan and I started dating in late 2011, in like August or September, Labor Day weekend of 2011. In 2012, we were working on the blending process. And so by this point, I had a pretty good understanding of wanting to photograph us together, and particularly our kids together, and document their relationships as they grew together. And so that was my emphasis in these photographs, and that is my emphasis in my journaling, and that is my emphasis on the products and the supporting elements of this layout. I really liked this one floral on the dark colored card here. It's a beautiful pattern. I know the Traveler's Notebook that came that month was also using that floral pattern, but it was a little overwhelming on the black, so I just cut that out. I cut out my favorite part and used it on one of the more muted colored cards, and I love how that turned out. There were a couple of really nice filler cards that I was able to incorporate here. And it's always fun to just play with your product here. Include the photos that you want to include, but play with your product as well. And play with layering. I love cutting my cards apart, taking out elements that are on the cards, punching them, cutting them out. However you enjoy layering your journaling cards is always a fun thing to do. And so you'll see my, I guess I use those floral cutouts now. I use that as a title card. And so it now says NC Zoo. And then another, I added another washi tape, but just a thin washi line. And underneath that, another stamped element. And that's a really simple but working title card that always comes out beautifully. Let's see, what are some other things that I'm doing around here? I have another journaling card, which you can see on the back of the insert. And so, of course, I used one of the cards from the Golden Hour kit, and which was lined. I always use lines for my journaling. And then there's another filler card here. In fact, most of these cards on this side are filler cards, and that's okay, right? So I'm going to just add one or two quick elements to each card, and some of the cards I just left. Others I stamped an element on and left it at that. And my philosophy here is just one tiny little embellishment to each card or photo. Just one little thing. Keeping it really simple here, you guys. And that gets the layout done pretty quickly. So that's all for today, and I hope that you enjoyed the process video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.